studio on this tiny little Greek island. Wow, today is the 19th, Tuesday, and I'm thinking about those 5 essential studio habits that that I put out just the past week on really creating the groundwork, the foundation for your art practice. I have another. I guess it's also about 5 foundational skills to develop in order to be able to create a painting of any kind of painting that you want to do. And I've talked a lot about that over this past year, but I wanted to get in and just continue since I've got 5 days in the week. This is day 2, so I wanted to talk about the second one, that once you have created your dedicated space, your studio, wherever that is, that you want to come in then and also create your dedicated hours. Like, when are you coming to your tiny little studio? When are you going to give yourself the time to create, to just be with you for a period of time? Good morning, Brazen. How are you? How are you, my dear? So I personally really need to really hunker down and make my hours that I'm in my studio a routine. Otherwise, it's just, I get on this, okay, well, I got to do this first and then I'll go. I'm going to finish that and then I'll go in the studio. And I never get in the studio. So it was hard for me, but I made my hours. Last year, it was 10:30 in the morning. But now that my daughters are back from the States and they've been here, well, now for about a year, I've changed the time and I come in earlier so that I can leave the studio around 10:30, 11 and cook food, because I got to cook food again. And it's another, I take it as coming to another blank canvas, right? When I come into the kitchen and create a meal. So I think I'm better at painting than I am at cooking. But anyways, I come to it with the same kind of creativity, I guess. I come at it with the same kind of creativity. So setting consistent hours begins to, you have your dedicated workspace, you have your tiny little studio, and then you set your hours. So you're beginning to grow from the groundwork, from that ground space of your tiny little studio, right? And by putting habits in place, seafood meals, oh, I will do that sometime. It's pretty easy. It's Greek seafood meals are pretty easy, but okay. So setting the groundwork, and then adding on to that groundwork your consistent hours. You need a routine, especially artists who are not, who get sidetracked easily. I get sidetracked easily. And then that just spins me out of my creative juices. It just like dries me out unless I have a routine. So consistent hours. And you guys think like you look at the artists, those great artists out there, and I'm sure the same ones in the past, the great masters, they didn't come into their studio when they had inspiration and felt like it, right? They were in there because they had their specific times and said, now I'm going to work. I'm going into my studio. I'm going to create. I'm going to work on this painting. And they went in and did it. And that's how you begin to really move that creative energy forwards. And it doesn't seem like any big deal. It doesn't seem like that's, your creative energy, that you need to actually set up a house for your creative energy, that you need to actually set up a routine for your creative energy. But you do. And it's been a huge help for me. Huge. So, what's on my plan for today? Obviously, I did not get to my painting yesterday. Other things happen. Things do happen. Life does happen. Yes, of course. So the next thing that I'm going to do right after this morning musings is write in my journal, because I haven't had time to do that, and just focus more and work on this painting. And I've started the next video, hopefully up tomorrow. It's my goal, which is going to start dealing with why artists, especially older artists, need to start that YouTube channel. For any of you out there, I know I've had a response or two from you who saying that yes, I am interested in starting a YouTube channel, but I know. Oh my goodness, I know. So I'm gonna start. I've got the script out, kind of the outline of the things that I want to talk about. And this first one is not going to be, you go here and then open this and do that. This first one is going to be talking about the reasons why you need to do this. Like, you need to do this. And there are so many benefits that are beyond what you are thinking could be possible, right? The benefits are much greater than the idea that you're going to have a successful YouTube channel. That just really doesn't have much to do with it. So I'm really excited about this one because it's a personal journey as well, because I spent a long time, I had opened up a YouTube channel and I just could not, for the longest time. I mean, I think like a year and something had actually gone by before I actually uploaded my first video. Ooh. Ooh. And my first video was, in fact, if you could just get your stuff together. Yeah, I know. I know. but my first video is basically these morning musings, right? It was my first. I was sitting with my coffee and thinking about these snails on the wall, and why do snails climb up the wall? And I was like, okay, I'm just going to turn on the camera and talk and just upload it. and whatever. And yeah, that was the beginning, and it was really an interesting lesson. I'll talk about that in the video, so stay tuned for that. That should be up tomorrow. Fingers crossed. The weather is much better, so I'm sure my internet is now much more stable. So I've got that going, and just continuing the movement through all these things. Oh, I believe my podcast. Yeah, me and my wee little snails. I know, Prayson, I know. This, I'm sorry to like go off, but the interesting thing about those snails is I still don't know why they climb up the walls, and I don't want to know. I have become adamant at just allowing that to happen. Like, okay, you go ahead and climb up the wall, hang out there for however long you're going to hang out, and I don't need to know. I don't want to know. I really honestly don't want to know, because the my very first YouTube video and the message being, I don't need to get the information, because we have this online world and you can get all the information that you could possibly want immediately without diving into those creative juices, that creative energy of wonder, to sit around and wonder why. We've all forgotten how important that is. We have all forgotten it. I know it. And I think when we're painting, we reconnect with the wondering. Yeah, you're working on your painting. Yeah, you're mixing your paints. You're trying to get it to work the way you want it to work. But you're in a state of flow, of that creative energy and flow. And when you are wondering, trying to figure out something that, yeah, you can get an answer to online today, just like that. But why not let yourself wonder? And it's so healthy. It is so healthy and such a big, beautiful part of who we are. And it's sad that we are losing touch with it. This just came to me, but it is another reason why you should start a YouTube channel. Brayson, you Googled and now you know why. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. That's funny. Oh, that's so funny. So, but it's this idea of wonder, of moving into the unknown. That's what wonder is, isn't it? So when you're in your creative realm, in your studio, and you're allowing this wonder to happen, but you're not Googling all the answers of why snails crawl up the wall. When you wonder, then you're really allowing for your creativity to grow, because creative energy can't be put into a little tiny box of, is this a box? Of knowledge, right? Of, oh, I have the answer, right? So then it's in the little box and the creativity is no longer needs to be there. It will go off and look for something else that you haven't figured out yet, and you're in a state of wonder. And that's where it really flourishes and flows. Think about it. This just came to me. I have not really actually spent time thinking about it, but it seems to make a lot of sense to me. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, but I think we need to be without the knowledge to allow ourselves to wonder, which feeds that creative energy, the creativity that sparks up from within us. I think the realm of creativity happens in that state of wonder. So with that, I'm going to get started on my day. Be inspired, be creative, be you. Oh, have a beautiful, beautiful rest. Those of you in the States going to bed, and those of you in Europe, have a beautiful, creative day. Yes, hello to others silently watching. Nice to have you here, by the way. All right, see you all again tomorrow. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful evening or day. Bye.